Hello, popcorn junkies. How art thou? Who likes a vampire? Who likes Dracula movies? He's kind of, I think he's one of my least favourite monsters. I like Frankenstein, or the monster, or the, was it the monster of Frankenstein? Or Frankenstein's creation? I like Frankenstein. Quite like werewolves. Vampires. I think when they're given a strong twist, like in Let the Right One In, I like a vampire. I like a sort of modern reworking. I wasn't into all of the Robert Pattinson series, whatever, Twilight, was it? All that kind of stuff. I'm not really into even Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm not even really into that. I was at film school a huge fan of F.W. Murnau's Nosferatu, back from, what was it, 1922 or thereabouts. So this is the new film by Robert Eggers. We all know Robert Eggers. Robert Eggers is the man who gave us The Witches, or Witches, was it The Witches or just Witches? He's the guy who gave us The Lighthouse, and then he gave us The Northman. A lot to like about The Northman, but ultimately I thought of the three, it was the film I could least get on board with. I don't know why. A curious thing about all of his films is they all have a sort of folk tale-y sort of aspect to them, not entirely dissimilar to something like Midsummer. So, you know, The Lighthouse starring Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, interestingly, he of Twilight. I thought that was a great black and white, weird, surreal portrait of two men, or were they two men, or were there any men going mad slowly on an abandoned lighthouse. You had The Witches, which gave us Anya Taylor-Joy. We can't forget that. A film in which actually there was very little horror. It was all inferred. It was all indicated. And his films, they tread at a very sort of, he has his own pace. And it's not a pace that's going to be hurried. And he doesn't make obvious choices. I think that's why I'm always drawn to his films. Less about whether they're actually successful in what they achieve, but he's not going to be harried into following narrative arcs in this order, or hitting kind of pinch points in the drama at this point. He has his own sort of approach to things, and I think that's always refreshing in what seems to be and feels like a sort of movie-making landscape that's less and less risky, or more and more risk-averse. So this is Robert Eggers' next attempt. Now, interestingly, in terms of the cast of this film, we've got Lily-Rose Depp in there. This is a big moment for Lily-Rose Depp. She's in this film. She obviously from The Idol, Johnny Depp's daughter. That sort of whole project, which we actually got. I thought it was infinitely better than many people were kind of hammering it for. I thought she was good in it. I thought she was sensational in it, in fact. I thought she proved that she could act, but I'm sure she's going to never be able to really shake the Nepo kind of kid thing. Bill Skarsgård is in this as Count Orlok. We've got Nicholas Hoult in there as Thomas Hutter. So we've got Nick Hoult. Oh, that's going to be so cool. We've got Bill Skarsgård and we've got Lily-Rose Depp. Also sort of fattening out the cast, we've got Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Emma Corrin from The Crown. Willem Dafoe is in there too, which is interesting because Willem Dafoe actually played Count Orlok in another manifestation of the film many years ago. Simon McBurney's in there too. So it's quite a cast. You know, Nosferatu, the original film, you probably remember it. It's got the infamous kind of posters of the sort of long fingernails and the long teeth and and he's got a bald head. I always found it creepier than anything else because he was more like a monster. He wasn't just a kind of suave looking dude with a big collar who happens to go, Hum. He was kind of nasty and horrible and a bit kind of creepy and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I think we should check this out. I'm a fan of the filmmaker, so I think he makes interesting choices.
Come to me. Come to me.
Ooh.
Hear my call. Come to me. Professor, my dreams grow darker. Does evil come from within us or from beyond?
Don't ask him. Ooh.
He is coming.
He is coming.
He is coming to us.
He is coming.
Who is coming to you, my child? We are here encountering the vampire. Nosferatu.
Vampyre. We are here to encounter the vampire. Of course, there was the famous Carl Theodor Dreyer film, Vampyre 2, which kind of almost sits alongside F.W. Murnau's Nosferatu. Wow, okay, that was intriguing. I like that. What was the most chilling shot in all of it? The most chilling shot was the naked chap who one presumes is Nosferatu, sitting on the floor with a load of candles around him, not playing a guitar. He's clearly fiddling with something or doing something. Is Simon McBurney has just taken the head of a rat, hasn't he, or a bird or something? He looks pretty horrendous. No, a pigeon. He just bites a pigeon's head off. London looks dark and twisted. Is it London? Is it Transylvania? Where are we? Rats. She looks sort of possessed. We've got classic Gothic castles. The font is Gothic. Everything about it's Gothic. And in a weird way, I'm feeling the collision of two of his movies. I'm feeling The Witch, and I'm feeling The Lighthouse. And this is like the bizarre kind of vampiric love child. Her on her deathbed screaming. Does evil come with it from within, or does it come from without? Are we born with it? Is it in us? Oh my God. I like it. I like the feel of it. I like the look of it. I like the fact that he's gone for a kind of mixed palette of rich colours versus the more monochromatic. The Lighthouse was black and white. The Northman had a certain sort of, faded kind of veneer, a sort of naturalistic kind of, almost like it was all frosty. The twin girls, or not the twin girls, the two girls screaming in there. I was almost even getting kind of like, I don't know, like The Shining in Victorian London type stuff. And then the turning, I guess, of Skarsgård, who is going to be Nosferatu. You've got stakes, you've got crucifix. He's going classic Gothic. So what I'm pleased about with this trailer is he's given us what we know the Nosferatu story will give us. He's given us a sort of hint of how he's going to approach it. All the kind of ingredients are there. But what's he going to make of the story that's different? If indeed he makes anything of the story that's different. I'm looking forward to that. I like the look of that. What do you think, guys? Have you got excited? Are you going to start buying garlic and steaks and crucifixes and all the rest of it?